Welcome back to my channel. There's a certain type of man who captivates a woman. Not because he's the richest in the room, not because he floods her DMs with attention, and not because he looks like a Greek god sculpted by Michelangelo. No, this man stands out because when he speaks, he makes her feel something she can't put into words, something she didn't even realize was missing until he showed up. The brutal truth about attraction. It's not the flashy pickup lines, the witty banter, or the rehearsed compliments that make a woman lie awake at night thinking about you. It's the words that accidentally hit her soul, the ones that seem off the cuff but land like poetry, the ones that feel like you've stepped into her internal world and whispered, "I see the real you, and I'm not afraid of it." Ask yourself, when was the last time you said something that stayed with her hours, or even days, after you left? When was the last time you entered her mind in silence? Not because you chased her, but because she couldn't stop replaying your words. That's the power I'm talking about today, the emotional core of female psychology. There are only a few moments in a woman's life that leave a lasting imprint, and most of them start with a phrase so short, so effortlessly powerful, that it doesn't sound like manipulation. It sounds like truth, like intimacy, like something sacred. This is where psychology separates the men who get ghosted from the men who become unforgettable. Let me be clear, this isn't about tricks or games. This isn't about seducing a woman, especially one already in a relationship. This is about understanding female psychology at its core and realizing that a woman's attraction isn't just physical. It's deeply emotional. It's language-based. It's triggered by the subtle tension between what you say and what she feels behind it. The two words that change everything. When you use these two words the right way, you create mystery. You create space for her to wonder, imagine, and desire. Eventually, that curiosity becomes an obsession. She'll try to brush it off. She'll tell herself it was just a passing moment. But hours later, she'll catch herself thinking about you. She'll scroll through her phone, wondering if she should text you. She'll stare into space, trying to figure out why she feels so drawn to you, even if she knows she shouldn't. Because those two words, they weren't just spoken, they were felt. And once you learn how to use them, you'll become unforgettable. Why these words work. These two words aren't manipulative, they're magnetic. They tap into the deepest layers of a woman's psyche, the part of her that wants to feel seen, protected, and understood. Attraction isn't loud. Sometimes it's whispered in two words that change everything. The phrase, "You're different." The phrase is simple, "You're different." But don't let its simplicity fool you. These three words carry immense psychological weight. Here's why they work: emotional magnetism and mystery. When you say, "You're different," you don't give her all the answers. Instead, you open a door she didn't expect. You invite her into a mystery only she can explore. She immediately asks herself, different how? Different from who? What exactly does that mean? Women crave emotional complexity. While men often seek certainty, women are naturally wired to enjoy subtlety and nuance in attraction. Saying, "You're different," engages her mind and emotions in ways most men never do, acknowledging her authentic self. Think about it. How many times do women get reduced to cliches? The hot girl, the fun girl, the smart girl. As if those labels could capture the whole of who she is. "You're different" communicates something far deeper. It says you see her authentic self, the layers beneath her exterior, her struggles, her uniqueness, her fears, and her strengths. It acknowledges the parts of her she's worked hard to hide or protect. This isn't just a compliment, it's an acknowledgement of her true value. And when a man sees a woman like this, and shows it in his words, he immediately creates emotional safety. Emotional safety is the foundation of all deep attraction. Reclaiming your power with subtle confidence. Most men try too hard. They throw compliments like confetti, desperate for approval. But desperation kills attraction. By saying, "You're different," you claim your role as the observer. the one with calm control and quiet power. You don't beg for her attention. You offer your confident presence instead. This subtle shift is profound. It flips the dynamic. Suddenly, she's the one seeking your approval, not just your attention. The art of delivery. The magic isn't just in what you say, it's in how you say it. Don't rush through the words. Let your tone carry weight. Speak slowly, almost like you're sharing a secret meant only for her. Use your eyes. Hold her gaze softly but firmly. Let a small pause linger after you say it, giving her space to absorb it. When you combine these elements, "you're different" becomes an emotional signature. It's something she replays in her mind, not because she's analyzing it intellectually, but because it felt real. Powerful. Planting the seed of obsession. After you deliver these words with presence, something subtle but undeniable happens hours later when she's alone. Without distractions, her mind drifts back to you, to that moment, to those words. She starts to wonder, what did he mean? Why did it feel so authentic? Why can't I stop thinking about him? This is the seed of emotional obsession. You didn't chase her. You didn't beg for attention. Instead, you gave her something rare, the feeling of being truly understood and valued for who she is beneath the surface. Why these words work, even if she's taken. One of the biggest misconceptions about attraction is that it can't happen if a woman is already in a relationship. But the truth is, emotional attraction isn't about availability. It's about connection. "You're different" can break through even the toughest emotional walls because it bypasses the usual filters. It doesn't compete with other men's superficial attention. It speaks directly to her hidden desires. Of course, this requires integrity. If a woman is taken, you never push beyond respect, but saying this phrase sincerely, calmly, and authentically can awaken feelings she might have buried or forgotten. Remember, this isn't a trick or a manipulative tactic. It's a way to express something real. Before you say, "you're different," you must genuinely mean it. You must observe something unique about her that you truly recognize. Use it sparingly. Use it only when it's earned. And when you do, watch how it shifts the energy in the room. So the next time you're with a woman, look beyond the surface. Find the quiet moment when you truly see something special about her. Lean in just a little and say, "You're different," because in those two words, you're not just speaking to her, you're speaking to her soul. You're planting a thought, a feeling, and an obsession. And that's how a woman ends up thinking about you long after you've left. Now that you understand the power behind these two simple words, it's time to bring this knowledge into your life. Remember, attraction isn't a game of gimmicks or cheap tricks. It's a demonstration of presence, emotional clarity, and your ability to see beyond the surface. When you master this, you no longer chase. You attract effortlessly. You no longer compete. You stand apart. So I challenge you today, start practicing this. Be the man who says something different, not just literally, but figuratively. Observe her. Find what makes her unique. And when the moment feels right, speak these words with confidence and authenticity. Watch how the energy shifts. Watch how she looks at you, not just with curiosity, but with admiration, intrigue, and a desire to know more. If you want to go even deeper and totally embody this kind of magnetic presence, stay connected with this channel. Here, we don't just teach you what to say, we teach you how to become a man who naturally commands respect, desire, and emotional connection. If you found value in this video, hit the like button, not just for the algorithm, but as a commitment to yourself to keep growing and mastering your craft. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next lesson that could change your life. Finally, I want to hear from you. What moments made you realize you were truly seen by someone? Drop your story in the comments below. Let's build a community of men who understand that attraction is about depth, respect, and emotional power. Remember, these words have power, but your presence gives them meaning. Speak with intention, live with purpose.